guys, it's Veronica, and it's finally March. Hopefully that means I can finally get spring up here in Canada where it's super freaking cold. But yeah, I've read a lot of books over these past couple months, and I want to share it with you guys. The books that I've read these past couple months were on ebook, digital format, so I don't have them to show to you. I have nothing to show to you. It's all digital, so that's sad. The first book I've read this year, back in January, is Fangirl by Rowell, and if you want to know more about it, then I will include a link down below to my book review of Fangirl by Rowell, and I hope you enjoy that. The next books I've read, I think it was at the beginning of February, were the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. The first book was Throne of Glass, the second book was Crown of Midnight, and oh my god, I think that's my new favorite series of 2014. The third book is supposed to be coming out in September, I think. Heir of Fire. Oh my god, I can't wait. This series. It just, I love it. I love it so much. It's right up there with Never Fade and The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken as my two top new favorite series of 2014 and 2013. Like, they're my newly discovered favorite series, and they are so intense. I will have a book review up for Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight maybe later this month or next month or something, but I will have book reviews for both of them up, and basically I'll read the summary for the first book, because if I read the summary for the second book, y'all will be spoiled as heck. According to Goodreads, the synopsis of Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas is:
after serving out a year of hard labor in the salt mines of Endovier for her crimes, 18-year-old assassin Selena Sardokian is dragged before the Crown Prince. Prince Dorian offers her freedom on one condition: she must act as his champion in a competition to find a new royal assassin. Her opponents are men, thieves, and assassins and warriors from across the empire, each sponsored by a member of the King's Council. If she beats her opponents in a series of eliminations, she'll serve the kingdom for 3 years and then be granted her freedom.
This book. It's so good. Let me continue with the summary because I'm not done.
Selena finds her training sessions with the captain of the guard, Westfall,
Kale Westfall,
challenging and exhilarating, but she's bored stiff by court life. Things get a little more interesting when the prince starts to show interest in her, but it's the gruff Captain Westfall who seems to understand her best.
Right there, you know it's a love triangle between Selena and Kale Westfall, and Selena and Dorian, what's his last name? I don't know. But the prince.
Then one of the other contestants turns up dead, quickly followed by another. Can Selena figure out who the killer is before she becomes a victim? The young assassin investigates her search, leads her to discover a greater destiny than she could possibly have ever imagined.
This book. Anyway, this series is a great read. I highly recommend it. I can't wait for the third book to come out later this year. Fangirl, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight. Where am I at now? Fourth. The fourth book that I've read in January, February, those months, was Touch of Frost, the first book in the Mythos Academy series by Jennifer Estep. Now, that's also digital format, and I actually read 4 of the books in the Mythos Academy series all in February. Right now, I'm on the 5th book, which is Dark Frost, I think. I like the series, personally. It's predictable at times, not such a thrill ride, but it's a fun read. A very light, fluffy read. The romance kinda is like insta-love, but then it's hard getting to that point. It's fun seeing her develop her powers and discover who she really is, and at first she's like, she thinks she doesn't belong in the academy, and then she starts to use her psychometry magic and everything. Let me read the summary for you guys so you know what I'm talking about when I say psychometry magic.
My name is Gwen Frost, and I go to Mythos Academy, a school of myths, magic, and warrior whiz kids, where even the lowliest geek knows how to chop off somebody's head with a sword, and Logan Quinn, the hottest Spartan guy in school, also happens to be the deadliest. But lately, things have been weird, even for Mythos. First, mean girl Jasmine Ashton was murdered in the Library of Antiquities, then someone stole the Bowl of Tears, a magical artifact that can be used to bring about the second Chaos War. You know, death, destruction, and lots of other bad things. Freaky stuff like this goes on all the time at Mythos, but I'm determined to find out who killed Jasmine and why, especially since I should have been the one who died.
That was the summary for the first book, Touch of Frost. The second book in the series, Kiss of Frost. Third book, Dark Frost. Fourth book, Crimson Frost. Okay, so that means I got the fifth book wrong. The fifth book that I'm currently reading is Midnight Frost. This is so confusing. They all end in frost, so it's hard to kind of place them to the right book, but yeah, I'm currently reading Midnight Frost and this whole Mythos Academy series. The first book mainly is about Gwen, and she goes to Mythos Academy with her psychometry magic. She's not a killer, she's not super trained to fight her whole life or anything, but she has this magic that whenever she touches something, she sees its history and who touched it, what happened to it, its use, and everything. So she personally does not think she belongs in this like school where people fight and are like warriors and stuff, because she's just some freaky gypsy psychic kid. And then she discovers what her powers are really used for, and she develops them, and this series is just her journey from being an insecure psychic girl to this completely badass fighter. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but once I finish Killer Frost, which is the last book, sixth and last book in the Mythos Academy series, I will make sure to do a series book review on it later. And yeah, I'm probably going to get finished it in March break, because I'm going to do a total reading binge then. I'm going to take March break and read as many books as I can personally, and yeah. If you have read any of the books that I've read these past couple months, feel free to share your thoughts on it below in the comments. And this March, I cannot wait for Divergent to come out, which is coming out March 21st. I cannot wait. Oh my god, I cannot wait. Whew. Divergent's gonna be so fun. But right now, I don't have anybody to see it with. It really sucks when you're like the only fangirl out of your friends. If you like this video and you want to see more book reviews and fangirling stuff and maybe some art stuff in the future, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Honestly, I don't know. What am I supposed to be saying? Anyway.